Crypto fans, how are we? Thanks for stopping by. I'm Crypto Max. This is Crypto Max News. And another, it was kind of like one of these days. it did one of these. And then now it's kind of leveled out a little bit, but of course we want to see Bitcoin come back up and Ethereum stay above 3,000 and all that stuff. But we really want to see XRP, roll up to 130 something. I'm fine with that. Anyway, before we get started, this is not financial advice. This is just educational purposes. Hit my mic. But I could use your support by liking and subscribing. I'm a new channel, so appreciate that. My commitment back to you is always bringing something interesting, and hopefully when you're searching around, you find a little something different in the way I approach things versus maybe somebody doing charting or something else. So I like a lot of the YouTubers out there, and they've inspired me in a lot of ways, but get a little different flavor once in a while. Stop by the channel. Appreciate your support. All right, so here we go. Yeah, Bitcoin. We want to see that bounce up. And, I'm going to come back and talk about this here in a minute. Just note that the 24-hour volume, there's a reason I'm saying this. It's, 7 billion, right? I'm not blind. It's about 7 billion, right? And if there's something with my monitor or the way it feeds the stream, then that's 7 billion, okay? Now, let's go down to Stellar Lumens. And that doesn't look like Stellar, and I'm not hating on Stellar. XLM, I like XLM, regardless of the history between Jed and Ripple. I root for crypto, but I'm going to explain here in a minute why I'm noting that. So while we're down here, let's take a look. What happened? Solana still killing it. Look at the 7-day on Solana. Look at Terra Luna. Oh my goodness. 90%. When I see a top 20 do that well, top 50 do that well, and they're just bursting at the seams, I root for these guys. And there are two, I'm going to confess it right now, there are two coins, I just say projects that I really wanted to get in that I didn't. And it was just because, I was in consolidation mode and I knew they were going to go, but at the same time, you can't FOMO after all of them. So, and you know what I mean, right? There's just not enough bank for the FOMO. So, all right. And namely, Quant and Axie. Those are the two. And if I could buy it, it would have been maybe FTT in there as well. But those are the three that I would FOMO after. But those two first. Quant, absolutely. Axie, yes. And there's more, but again, you have to kind of just, eventually you got to say, all right. And so that's what I did. I consolidated. I was going the other direction. I was like, all right, let me pull and move. And so anyway. So I really started to consolidate into more solidified positions that I felt were less risk and were going to see on the dip, they were going to see positive rebound when it went back up. That was my philosophy. So not financial advice. All right. So let's get into this here. All right. I wanted to talk about this part because everybody really focused on this, and I touched on it, I think, yesterday as I was really trying to fly through the whole thing on the deposition. And this is all the talk about the deletion, right? So the SEC gets caught deleting information, and they found, and Ripple defense team found it in the metadata. Whew. 'It. 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 'It again, you have to give these guys credit for, and you knew this guy was going to be, he was just going to be like ice. Super smart guy. I'm not saying he's ethical. I don't think what they did is right, and I fully believe an investigation is warranted. Hit the mic again. I'm going to back that up. But you have to give them credit for being calm, cool, collected under pressure. They're really smart people, and they're not going to give up too much. And you can see, but they also can't hide everything. So again, another reason for a third party to come in and a watchdog to go attack them and find out more information, because we all know the things that they did were just flat out wrong. Not just bringing the lawsuit, but the way they acted with Ethereum. Wrong. Okay. So, and I'm not holding, well, let me restate that. I don't even know how to restate that with Ethereum and consensus and the way that they went about things. They were looking out for their best interest. They didn't want to be considered a security, right? So they were doing everything they could to find out rules and ways that they could wiggle and worm their way around that piece of it. And so I don't want to cast judgment on what they were doing. I am casting judgment on the way the SEC handled it, and then especially having no outright statement of XRP is a security. Never in the deposition does he say that. Says, oh, you should probably stop doing that. You should probably stop selling that. I can't help you right now. I could help you more when I'm in my private practice, but I would stop doing it now. You should stop. So it goes to a lot of extent to say, don't do that. Never says XRP is a security, ever. Never, you don't find that in here. So that's another thing. But let's get into this part right here on the deletion, so I went rabbit trail on you. Not really rabbit trail. What's going on in the deposition? All right. First off, the attorney is like, yeah, any reason... first off, any reason to believe this is not a true and accurate copy of the email that you exchanged, right? But up here, first off, where's the attorney's? Oh, one of the attorney's reactions was just priceless. Like, why are you asking that? Wait a second, what's going on here? And he's just like, what are you doing? And he says, yeah. Okay, so answer from Mr. Hinman. That's right. Everything looks good on that email. This is not a proposed response. These are, I believe, subtopics for major heading. These were additional questions, and while they were thinking of asking, right? And then question. What is your best basis for your testimony that you understood that these were subtopics that they proposed? Answer. Because when you read them all in context, it's clear that they're a sort of follow-on questions. If you read number 2, for instance, it's pretty clear that's another question they're going to ask. And then a question again. And focusing on 4A, right. Question. You'll see that it was deleted. He goes, right. But I don't think that they really understood that this was going to be caught in the metadata. And so Ripple's defense team just grand slam home run. It's huge, right? And then he just acknowledges, right? Okay, so again, he's really cool. You can just kind of see him. If you even look at video of him, you can kind of see he's a pretty collected guy, poised and calm under pressure, all that, right? He's pretty polished. But anyway, He said, and the question, and I will represent to you my understanding that this is Mr. Seaman deleted this portion of the document. And then, oh yeah, here's the, what's the basis of that understanding, Reed? He's like, and then this is where Tenreo, I'm probably saying his name wrong and I apologize, but anyway, you can tell. He's like, uh-oh, trouble. There's red lights going off inside his head. Caution, approach with caution. He's got yellow tape circled around the crime scene. And all of a sudden, everything shifts. What do you mean? Our review of the metadata. And he's like, this is where they hit the eject button. Hey, can we take a water break? You know, something. I would have just loved to have seen his face. That would have been the most priceless part of this whole thing, is that this guy's face when he realizes our review of the metadata, which is just, I don't know. I really take a lot of pleasure in the small things in life, but that right there, priceless. Okay, so anyway, this is the talk of the crypto world today on the Hinman testimony, and everybody's saying, hey, you know what, they did get caught. They got caught. And I wonder what's going to happen when the judge applies that, because I'm not a lawyer, but if you deny exculpatory evidence to the defense, that's like beyond misconduct stuff. So the fact that they deleted that, I can't wait to see somebody. I keep on hitting the mic. Stop that, Max. I can't wait to see what the judge says. I can't wait. And we may never find out, because, you know, this might, I don't know. I still think it's going to get settled, in my own opinion. All right. I'll move on. So, you heard me yesterday saying somebody needs to investigate. And then I did a TikTok this morning on this particular article. And it was, as soon as it came out, I was like, yes, beautiful. Government watchdog investigates conflict of interest involving SEC officials, crypto XRP Ripple lawsuit. And this is the government watchdog Empower Oversight. And to be honest with you, I didn't know who they were, but I guess that they've really tracked the SEC and other government entities, because they know who they are. They know how unethical they are. And, or at least their methods. So let me say that. Their methods are not, they don't play by fair rules at all. And you can just see that right there in the example of the deleting. Win at all cost. And again, hey, SEC is out to protect you, public, right? Don't believe it. Don't buy it. I have totally lost even more. Any ounce or shred of respect that I would have had before is gone now. So they're going after. They're basically saying, hey, we want to be able to go and pull documents, and we want to look in. And here's what they're basically going to be looking at. They're going to be looking at Jay Clayton, and they're going to be looking at Hinman and how they received money from these outside, either going to work for Ethereum companies or firms, or receiving money while they were working for the SEC, which Hinman received a lot of money from Simpson and Thatcher. And that also in the testimony, right? So that was a big part of the stuff that they wanted to have sealed to protect the names. And you'll see in the TikTok I also did a YouTube short on it. Same one, actually. I just uploaded it over. But I underlined the third-party clients or business discussions that Hinman had outside of the context of Ripple, they wanted sealed. But it was this was about Ethereum. You see? So what they're saying is, oh, this has nothing to do with it. These are third-party conversations or clients of Mr. Hinman, either now or when. No. Everything ties back to Ethereum. Everything ties back to the speech. Everything ties back to consensus. Everything ties back to the Ethereum Foundation. All of it is a one chain link together. It's all together. So don't let anybody tell you, oh, you know what, no. Don't want to stop. No, don't want to hear it. Right? So everything ties back. And they're going back, this watchdog is going back, and their name again is Empower Oversight. So new heroes in my eyes. Love it. All right, move on. I don't want to talk your ear off tonight, but beautiful article. Did an upload on TikTok and I uploaded it to Shorts, I think. But anyway, from the horse's mouth. This is the Coinbase blog, and you'll see why I'm making a point of this. I'm not a clickbaiter guy or anything like that, right? I'm going to the horse's mouth. And how do you get burned by going to the horse's mouth? I'll show you. Watch this. Okay, Coinbase, thanks for helping out so much. So I go on and I say, hey, you know what? It would be great if one of the 5 based on trading. So what happens is the article goes on to say, hey, we're going to do this on volume and we're opening it up in Japan. All right, cool. That's a sweet new, they're launching a platform in Japan. This is going to be awesome. You've got Mitsubishi Financial Group, one of the largest. And then what they're going to do is, and where's it on this article again? It's maybe up here. They're picking 5. And of those 5, right here, top 5 assets. And sorry for that. Let's see if I can zoom that a little bit. All right. 5 top assets based on trading volume. You see that right there? So you know I'm not crazy. Trading volume. So, and there's nothing else. It's gone. Okay. So thanks a lot, Coinbase. You guys updated me. All right. I'm gonna go do a TikTok on that and inform everybody. Do everything. Upload the shorts, and then what happens? Bitcoin news comes out. All right. Cool. Yeah. That's great. Oh, here's the 5. You already had it approved. You don't put it in your blog, but so it's XLM, and I understand it. So, and they chose Litecoin. I don't know when Litecoin gets you. I'm so disappointed in Litecoin. Anyway, I'm not going to hate on Litecoin because I had them at one point. All right, so you know Bitcoin. Really, Bitcoin Cash? Okay. But this is what they chose. Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, ETH, XLM, Stellar Lumens, right? And Litecoin. And these are supposed to be all on trading volume. And I'm like, okay, because my goal was to see Ripple there, Ripple XRP. And I'm like, wait a second, how did you guys get trading volume out of that? Let me refresh your memory here. Top 5. Okay, you got Litecoin in there, Bitcoin Cash, and Stellar Lumens. No. Right? No. 14, 16, 21. You got XRP doing 7 billion. It's a little more than 500 million. Okay, I'll stop. Anyway, you get my point. And I'm not expecting them to make a decision like that because maybe it's more suited for the purposes that they see being used over there, which is fine. But they sure misled Crypto Max. I'm feeling pretty disappointed by that. All right. Again, love the fact that you're supporting the channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm Crypto Max. Like, subscribe, follow. I'll be back tomorrow.